Hey guys, it's Hello back with another video. Today I'm doing season 3. Yeah, season 3 of our regular season. This is our record 25-5. I'll show you guys the roster. So we don't have as much stars as last year. We do have a pretty nice team though. Here's our star power forward. Chick Minor. Yep, he's been balling out all year, and he just got better. I mean, he's shooting very well too. Valdez de Salva, 28 points a game. Alex and Tangana, and these names are weird. Itagana, he's averaging 10. He's having his best year. Theron Duncan, he's having his best year. Luke, he hasn't played much, but he has progressed a lot. Kristen McLaughlin, he's in his senior year. Jarrell Locklear, senior year. Corey Hargett, senior. Noah Clifton, junior season. Ron Zwicker, he's in his junior year. We got this senior small forward, Mario Jadik. How do you pronounce that name? Stephen Jacobs. And here's the top recruits. I want to show you guys this. Sorry guys, the game ended up crashing because the PS3 it's an old system, but here's the recruiting. Kawhi Leonard ended up going to UCLA. Kyrie committed to Kentucky, our team. Harrison Barnes. So we got the second best high school prospect and third best of this class. And then the fourth best, junior Anthony Davis. He has a lot of interest in us. We're his #1 school. So he's more than likely going to come to us. Then Bingo Carlucci. Let me show you the rest of these guys, but we didn't get that many players, that many 5 stars. Also, Michael James has a lot of interest in us now. And we know he was a star during the high school season. I can show you some of these guys' stats too. But if you watched the last episode, you basically already know. This point guard had a lot of interest, but more than likely not going to be his #1 school. We try and get Nathaniel Poole, because we're close to getting him. And Bradley Beal has a lot of interest. So does Malcolm Brogdon. He has a lot of interest. Would be nice if we could manage to get Adrian Torres, because he played great, especially for a sophomore. Here is another player we scouted, but we ended up winning the SEC championship. Let's watch Selection Sunday.
We're here with the 2K Sports NCAA Selection Show. We're all set to show you the seedings and pairings, so get out your bracket sheet, get those pencils ready. Here are the basics. Of the 65 available tournament bids, 31 are automatically given to conference champions. The tournament committee hands out the remaining 34 bids on an at-large basis. And An opening round game will take place on Tuesday night to narrow the field to 64 teams. But before we unveil the brackets for this season, here's a look at the final top 25 media poll of the season. The rankings look a little different than they did last week. It's time to talk about the topic that has a lot of players and coaches holding their breath right now, the NCAA tournament bubble. These are the 10 teams that aren't worried as much about where they'll be playing as if they'll be playing. The Kentucky Wildcats are the top overall seed, and they will play in the East region. On to the second number 1 seed, who will play in the South region. The Kansas Jayhawks are seeking their 3rd NCAA championship in school history. The Tennessee Volunteers are our 3rd number 1 seed, and they'll play in the Midwest Regional. They return to the tournament after not making the field last year, so this will be a new experience for some of their younger players. And finally, our 4th number 1 seed will play in the West Regional. The Duke Blue Devils are in the tournament field as a number 1 seed for the 11th time in the history of their program. Now, here's how the brackets shape up based on where the number 1 seeds have been assigned. First up, we take a look at the East Regional. The Kentucky Wildcats are the top seed, finishing at 25-5. They were conference tournament champions in the SEC. They will take on the winner of the opening round play-in game between Sacramento State with 16 wins and South Carolina. There are going to be some incredible matchups in the later rounds of this bracket if the top seeds can avoid the early upsets. Next up, we'll take a look at the South Regional. The Kansas Jayhawks are the top seed, finishing at 29-4. They won both the regular season and conference tournament titles in the Big 12. They'll take on the Hampton Pirates, the number 16 ranked team. On the surface, I'd have to say this regional might be the most difficult of the 4. Certainly the depth of quality teams here is very impressive. On to our 3rd bracket of the day. Let's take a look at the Midwest Regional. The Tennessee Volunteers are the top seed, finishing at 26-7. Some of the lower seeds in this bracket have the ability to not only compete with the high seeds, but win a few games. The potential for a Cinderella or 2 in this bracket is definitely there. The Duke Blue Devils are the top seed, finishing at 26-6. They were winners of the regular season championship in the ACC. Looking into the future a little bit, this bracket looks poised for a titanic matchup in the regional final. If the top 2 seeds can take care of business in the first 3 rounds, we have the possibility of a classic Elite 8 meeting. Clark, give us your take on the tournament's top 16 seeds.
There are no real off-the-wall picks that jump out at me. These 16 teams are all pretty deserving. Let's give the committee some props this year. Cincinnati
just doesn't strike me as a team that can go very deep in the tournament. Basketball is a game of matchup, and I feel that they don't match up well with the teams in their particular bracket.
Now, let's see how the conference representation fares. The SEC gets 8 teams. The Pac-10 with 6. 6 out of the ACC. The Big East gets 5 teams.
What a down year for the non-power conference. We're used to seeing at least one of those conferences compete on the level of the power conference, but not this year.
And let's not forget the team out of the Southern Conference. Here's the list of the teams that were on the bubble heading into Selection Sunday. So, partner, which of those invitees should be sending the selection committee a thank you card?
Seton Hall made it into the field probably because of their major conference affiliation. Their win-loss record isn't outstanding, but the bottom line is they play the top competition week in and week out, and that counts for a lot.
Well, all right, Clark, now that we know all the teams and matchups, time to get the tournament underway and let the madness take over.
Greg, let's throw the ball up right now. I can't wait to get started. I hope this is an NCAA tournament that gives a lot of those special moments that stay with us for years to come.
From my partner Clark Kellogg and for all of us here in the 2K Sports Studios, I'm Greg Numble. Thanks for joining us on the NCAA Selection Show, brought to you by State Farm, by all the excitement of the NCAA tournament.
And just before we hop in our first game, here's the league leaders in stats, points per game. Alright, first game, guys. We got a pretty weak opponent. They're not really good at anything. It should be an easy game. So I'm not going to show too much of this first game. It's just going to be a quick match. We're playing Sacramento State. And also the fact most of their players are very young, and this isn't a very good team, that should make it easier because most of these players are unexperienced. If them being bad wasn't enough.
Myers shoots it. The game's first basket was made by Giddens. They take a 2-point lead. They're going to double team it. Duncan picks it up, puts the hammer down. Sideline reporter Tracy Wolfson for an update. What do you have for us, Tracy?
Thanks, Vern. A little while ago, I talked with the head coach. He stressed that this game is just as important as any.
Here's the trap. Leonard goes up, hammers it in. It's a 6-point game.
Nice work by the big fella to get that rebound.
Alright guys, that first game was a bit of a blowout. Wasn't going to show much because we already know we were going to win from the beginning, which we did. Not a player on their team had more than 15 points. So, yeah, it was kind of expected. Whatever. And in this game, we have a way tougher opponent than the last team. But we're still probably going to beat them. I mean, we're the #1 team in all of college. We're not going out in the second round. Let's go.
The Wildcats control the opening tip, and we'll get this one started. Da Silva launches one from beyond the arc.
When he sees the ball go up, he isn't afraid to go after it.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Tracy Wolfson, who has some info for us.
Guys, earlier today, I caught up with the head coach. He said this team we're facing has already shown what they can do when they get.
Horton. Bolton swings it to the right wing. Misfired on that last feed by Sanders. Last shot by Williamson. Duncan inbounds the ball.
Look at the move. I love any player can make the ordinary plays look special. I said they can't take any more time to get this thing going. It hasn't been pretty for them so far. Don't have too many more of those. He can light you up in a hurry.
Takes it up. Almost got it to fall, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Uses the crossover.
Alright, y'all, we know winning that game 93-67. Our star had 34, 1 and 6. He was lights out from 3. Deron Duncan, he had a nice game. Check Menard, he played good, but they just took him out early. Like, he didn't get much play time. Other team, this dude Pete Horton, this freshman small forward, he balled out. Other than that, no one else played really good on that team. And by this point in the tournament, teams start getting tougher and tougher. So after this game, we're probably going to be playing USC. And that's when it gets tough. The game before the Final Four, National Championship, that's when we start playing the toughest teams in college. But Nevada's a good team, but they're not on the level as us. So I say we just try our best to dominate this game and see what we can do.
Menard backs in.
The big fella with a tough rebound. No denying him on that one.
That good. Fires. The three was drained by Oregon. Hits the shot.
You can't afford to spot the other team any more points for him.
Now I will say, this Nevada team has a star, a college star. You saw the name, you've seen the player, JaVale McGee. He's led this team far in the tournament. And too bad it's going to have to end now.
Duncan dishes it to the elbow. Shoots it. Off the bucket. The crossover.
JaVale, oh,
But it's
he's scoring JaVale McGee.
Shoots from the post.
Dang it, locked down.
Pulls it in. Still a 6-point lead.
JaVale McGee is a really good NBA prospect right now. Meaning this guy could soon be in the league. We saw there was a guy that just missed that shot.
Nice work by the big fella to get that rebound.
So we're going to have to watch out for him.
I like how he gets himself into defensive position.
At the right place, the right time yet again. And there is it up court.
The D knows he can make that shot unchecked, and he did a good job staying with him on the play.
Menard from the right block. It falls. Backs in. To the rack. Grab by Menard. With the jam.
And this man, Check Menard, is like Shaq out here. They have the whole team guarding the man, and they can't stop him at all.
Snipes. McGee gets the board inside. They rule this one goaltending.
And we ended up destroying Nevada, 113-69. Check Menard, he just balled out. 35, 7-3. Missed 4 shots. Was unstoppable, man. Like, he was just lights out. They had to foul him. They had 4 guys on him to stop him. I mean, just crazy. JaVale McGee had a pretty bad game. He did have 20 points, but he was 6 for 24. That was pretty bad. This season, though, he has been pretty unstoppable, but he was stoppable this game. We showed he was stoppable. And now we have our toughest opponent yet. I pretty much predicted the team we were going to play. I was right. The University of Southern California.
Get ready for college
The
hoops.
USC Trojans.
The USC Trojans battle the Kentucky Wildcat.
They've always been a pretty dominant team in this Legacy series. But I didn't expect them to make it this far after them. At one point they had a great prospect
Control the opening tip. We'll get this one started.
in OJ Mayo, but I didn't expect them to do anything after losing him.
Shoots the turnaround. Menard.
Check Menard gets blocked and dunks right on him. And these games have been a bit faster, so you guys could actually watch the Dynasty. Now that I've mainly just been showing offense. But I will show a little bit of defense every once in a while. I'll show some of our defensive plays, but it's mostly been offense I've been showing. Just because I don't want it to be an hour every video. It's kind of long.
When we're at the Final Four next week, our fans will be there, and then we'll get some love. I guess they're making plans already, Vern.
See?
Can't get a steal, so
Man. Bates gets it. Left side. They're going to have to hurry. Errant last shot by Merchant.
nice defense.
Menard, way up court. Takes it up. Gets a piece
And
of
he gets blocked.
He's a level 3 who can swat shots like a big man.
He has the length and quickness to do that for you and to do it in style.
The crossover. Feeds to the paint.
Alright, we gotta lock in now, because they're kind of cooking us.
Backs in. Menard takes it up.
Pluck it.
Lays it right in. Backs down.
Chuck Menard backing up in the paint.
Throws it
He's a
up.
back-to-basket guy.
They extend the lead. The Wildcats
Chuck Menard
with
has
a
it.
chance for a double-digit lead. Backs
Backing up.
in.
Back-to-back.
With the teardrop.
And they foul
He
him.
gets hammered.
What can
Danger of
Menard
letting
do?
this game be over before the second half.
Look at him.
Menard,
Backed
nice
up.
crossover.
2 guys on him. He doesn't care.
Laid in
Look it.
for 3 great.
Menard has it. He passes it to De Silva.
Puts it up.
De Silva. And he
Off the mark from the
bricks.
top of the key. They've still got a 12-point.
Bernard. You already know where he's going. He's going straight to that hoop. Backed up.
Menard throws it up.
Oh, and they
Comes up
stop
empty
him.
down low. But they're still
That's
out
a
in
rare
front by
stop.
12. Fake. Hands it off. Wilkerson. Adegana inbounds the ball. The reverse.
And the defense was too much. Our star, De Silva. Bucket.
Put an end to the run. Gets it to the most basic things in
De Silva's getting the
basketball
ball.
there. His position on the floor.
Step back.
The
Green.
was played by De Silva uses the crossover. No one was open, and they'll turn it over on a 5-second call.
Stupid foul.
Stuck to Vern.
I mean,
that was tenacious.
yeah,
steal.
whatever.
USC coach.
Penalty. And we ended up winning this game. Valdez De Silva had a great game. Jack Minard, he did have a lot worse of a game after the first half. And it was really Theron Duncan who balled out. But the other team, they played kind of awful. Okay, so we came out with the easy dub.
Hi everyone, I'm Greg Gumbel, joined at the anchor desk by my partner Clark Kellogg. Next up on the NCAA Tournament Edition of College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. We'll go over some of the amazing games from the second weekend of action, as well as preview the great matchups that make up the Final Four. But we begin with the player who gave a virtuoso performance in the second week of the tournament.
Hedges had one of the best weeks we've seen out of a big man in quite some time. He was sensational this week, not just compared to other centers, but to any other player in the country.
Clark, the past weekend provided some incredible drama, so let's take a look at some of the most exciting contests from the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. Our first game was an outstanding matchup from the Elite 8. Kentucky overpowered USC.
This game was so intense that I thought both teams might burn themselves out by halftime. They weren't holding anything back. And why should they? That Final Four spot was just 40 minutes away. Kentucky played some absolutely stifling defense. They made the guys on the other side work for every basket, and you can see that reflected in the shooting percentage. They never let up on the defensive end.
They were really able to get into the head of their opponents with their strong, sticky, saran wrap defense. Anytime you can throw a team's rhythm off in the half court, you know you're playing tough defense.
Although this next game seemed predictable enough, it instead gave us one of the biggest surprises of the tournament so far. Notre Dame defeated Tennessee.
The coach of every high seed is worried that his team is going to lay an egg in the tournament, and that's exactly what happened here. Tennessee
Just came out flat. I don't know if it was nerves or just a poor performance. They certainly look confused, and now they're done.
Hedges took care of business in this one. His 18 points led the team. What I love about him is he plays with attitude, with an edge, what you need in the paint. He's enjoyable to watch, and he produced again in a big-time fashion in this game. This isn't a preseason tournament, Greg. This is the big dance. He stepped up in a way that few players can in this kind of spotlight. And for that, we should give him a big imaginary high five.
Let's break down the matchups that'll be coming up on college basketball's biggest stage, the Final Four. With all the talent on display this weekend, we should see quite a show. I'm looking forward to this game just like everybody else. This matchup has the possibility of becoming quite a little rivalry because these teams match up so well against each other, and it's always a heated atmosphere when they're on the court together. And the other Final Four contest should be just as riveting. This will be a fantastic battle. This is shaping up to be a prototypical style versus style matchup. Great scorers on one side of the court, great defenders on the other. This is going to be a real showdown.
Florida is going to be my pick this time, Greg. Their style could really present some problems on the offensive end of the court. And I look for them to be an absolute handful every time the ball's in their hands.
Been That'll do it for us here in the studio. For my partner, Clark Kellogg, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for watching College Hoops Tonight. Brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy the Final Four.
And here's what the Final Four looks like. And we're going to be heading to Vanderbilt. Florida ended up winning their game, so Florida is going back-to-back after losing their star Klay Thompson. They still managed to make it to the national championship. And if we win that game, this game, we're going to be playing Florida. So let's go. It's Final Four time. This episode has been a lot faster and shorter. I'm trying to make my episodes like this more. But we got a game to worry about. We got a championship to try and win. So let's go. Let's win this.
Kentucky collects it as we begin the Final Four.
The game has just begun and they're already in the middle.
The last play was cashed in by De Silva. Let's check
Now
in
this
with
is
our
a
sideline
SEC
reporter,
team.
Tracy Wilson, who has some info.
The SEC has dominated the tournament this year. Just a whole bunch of SEC teams. There's 3 in the Final Four. Vanderbilt, Kentucky, our team, and Florida are all SEC teams. Tennessee, Alabama. Yeah, it's been a lot of SEC teams in the tournament that have dominated.
Passes it to the left side. Shoots from 13 feet.
He's right there with the best of them when it comes to shot blocking. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter.
Menard, nice little crossover. Throws it up. It goes straight
Dang
out of
it.
bounds after the shot.
That much space.
Menard with the ball.
He knows he can make it.
Menard backs him down. 7 feet out.
And one.
He'll have a chance for the three-point play. Tosses it up. Made
Close on a shooter. Just getting a hand up will bother most players enough to make them miss.
uses the crossover.
Menard
With
in
the
the paint.
shot. The
Bucket.
jumper was buried on Menard. Menard way up court. Adegana, the finisher. Higgins grabs the rock.
Higgins went after that rebound hard. Great work.
Ewing goes to the crossover, pulls the trigger. Pulled in by Duncan. They're still down 9. De Silva raises up. Good from downtown. Menard backs down. Leaves no room for error and no room for anybody to do anything about it.
Foul.
That will be a 5-second call. Jacquete to
Oh,
make
that's
his
some
first stint
BS,
off the bench.
bro.
You have to have such good.
Have been lights out from beyond the arc. De Silva, nice little crossover.
De Silva.
It's a 3. Connects.
The Vanderbilt coach.
And Valdez De Silva balled out 51 points. 51 points. Check Menard. He had a nice game. 24, 11, and 2. But 51 points. Their team didn't play too well. Kevin Harrison didn't play bad, but he didn't play good enough. And no one on their team really did good enough. Especially for a win. And we came out with a W. Now we're going to the national championship. Let's go. It is national championship time. Let's go, Kentucky. Let's go. We're going to get a 3-peat. Now, to make things easier.
College hoops on 2K Sports.
No, we're going against a pretty good team. This is an evenly matched team. We have the same overalls. They have star players, star talent. They got pretty good depth on their team. And all that. But, to make things easier, I will not be playing this game. I will not be playing this game. So it's CPU versus CPU.
Florida has it, and we're underway in the national championship game.
The game has just begun and they're already in the minimum.
Bounces it to the strike. Prato. Can't get the jumper to fall. And it's still knotted up 0.
So let's see what this team could do without any of my help.
Duncan has it. Right side. He is so smooth taking it. Mankiewicz skips it to the baseline. Down low.
That's how confident he was in his team's ability. And he said everything we've done has been in preparation for this moment. I knew we had the ability to get here. Our guys have proved me right, and now we just have to finish the job. Guys?
Thank you, Tracy. Feeds it to the wing. De Silva catches it. Out left.
You have to keep your head up and eyes open at all times playing with this guy.
With the floater. Got the whistle, and he'll shoot a pair of free throws. Shakate passes it to the left wing. Misfired on that last three by Yeji. Feeds outright. Yeji shoots it. Menard gets good position and allows the miss. Hammer win.
What a dunk
The
by
student
Menard.
section is into this game now. They are going bonkers, Vern.
Those fans are a special group, Bill. They get way. Gets it out left. Left wing. Hicks tosses it up. No good from three-point land. Florida has been on the losing end of the rebound battle. And Tracy is near their bench with a report.
The Gators coach just told his assistants if we have to defend with 5 guys in the paint, then let's do it. But I'm getting very tired of seeing us getting killed on the boards. That sent them scrambling to the chalkboard, Vern.
All right, Tracy. First half comes to an end with the score 46-41. What do you think of the first half, Bill?
I can't think of too much good to say about this game, so Vern, maybe you can do play-by-play and color.
Now we'll bring you our player of the half. Who's your pick, Bill?
Duncan has been getting it done on the offensive end, but it's his defensive presence that makes him a standout. He's been a shot-blocking maniac, and now has everyone thinking twice before they shoot. He's a human eraser.
Tremendous effort from our player of the half. Lenard
Sorry, y'all, I'm
inbounds
eating
to start
noodles
the
right
second
now.
half.
They're pretty good, so
Swings it to the right
try
way.
to not mind me in the background.
Sizing up his man. De Silva gets whistled for a foul. Has it. Right side. Straight. Feeds it. Far side. From 12 feet away. Reeled in by Duncan.
This has been a pretty good game for Duncan. I didn't
Skips
expect
it
too much
to the
from him,
wing.
especially in the biggest game of them all. But he's balled out.
Menard. Dishes to the right wing. McLaughlin catches it. Cross court. Skip pass. Right wing. Adegana. Gets it. Baseline. To the rebound. He'll make that one most of the time.
But the D got a break on that one.
Lau passes it back to the wing. Right wing. Passes it to the right wing. Mankiewicz. Beats it to the right wing. Hicks Takes it up. He grabs the rebound. Hands it off. McLaughlin has it outright. Locklear backs in. McLaughlin, it's off. They're still down 9. Mankiewicz goes up. Shot's good. And he was fouled.
And Florida ended up coming back, and this is a way tougher game. We're going to have to go on a Indiana Pacers level comeback in the second, but basically fourth in NBA terms.
He can't come away
to win this.
Adegana dumps it off. McLaughlin from long range. He rips their lead to double digits.
McLaughlin is in a pretty close stretch right now, Vern, and there's a danger going to start to rub off on the rest of the team.
We are down 10 right now. This is looking horrible. Starters are going in the game, and this is when it gets serious, real serious.
Passes to the top of the key. Mankiewicz.
He snatches it off the glass. That was a much quicker shot than they might have liked. It was a pretty open look, so it's tough to fault him.
McLaughlin dumps it to the paint. Duncan hands it off. He fouls it. Minutes left in the second half. Mankiewicz catches it. Left wing. Swing pass. Right wing. Mankiewicz. To the free throw line. Kicks it out to the perimeter. Mankiewicz. Hangs in the air. Flips it in for 2. Adegana has it. Right wing. Pass. Right wing. McLaughlin. Gets it. Middle. The Gators should look to use some clock here. Hick beats it to the high post. To the inside. Straight. Shoots. Nothing but net. Well, let's get back to the action. Duncan inbounds the ball. Dishes to the wing.
This is just looking worse and worse by the second. More than likely not going to win this game. Get a steal. Rebound. Oh!
Dishes. High post. Fitzwater. Throws it up. Good look by Mankiewicz. They extend the lead to 8. Has it. Left wing. Right wing. From deep. A little long, but time. Menard inbounds the ball. Swings it to the right wing. McLaughlin.
We still have a small chance to win this all.
Adegana has it.
Adegana. And he missed.
From just inside the arc. Duncan has picked up his first foul of the game.
Well, no choice but to foul.